Oh,
well, so just go back to insults briefly.
Go on,
you know, it's saying...
Oh, no, see, that's...
Goofy, that's not fair.
No, because that's what he said, it's in my head.
What do you mean he said?
No,
when did he say that?
No, I mean...
When did you call me goofy?
No, he didn't. He said about what's in the head.
Hey,
no, when it's...
come on.
Come off it. Don't
What? Who's
start
calling me goofy?
No.
I'm not even goofy. Goggle-eyed's fair enough.
Yeah, but you can sort your look out, I can't.
What do you mean how can I sort my look out? I'm not even goofy, that's not fair.
You've got the proper features.
What?
Just needs sorting out a bit. I can't help it if my hair's not good.
I noticed the other day when Carl was sitting on your knee having his picture taken. It's a long story, right? He's got a completely spherical head. It's slightly too small. I'm not being funny, because, I mean, you know, I'm not perfect. But he's got a completely spherical little head. He looks a little bit like a baby hamburger. You know hamburger off, McDonald's?
Sure.
He looks like a little baby hamburger. And it's sort of quite put upon. It's...
Suzanne thinks I look like that thing in that Dulux advert. Do you know when the woman pulls the head off that?
That little plasticine morph type
and then they
thing.
make a new head for it. And it's like a little head.
Really?
And that's your girlfriend saying it.
I know. Anyway, listen, let's get back to, business here. This is, a great track. It's America by Simon and Garfunkel. This is where I started saying we don't care about being trendy and all that. That was it. Strokes, last night, XFM 104.9, we're flying now, 35 minutes into it. No real hiccups, I don't think that
so far.
It's just going really well. My name's Ricky Gervais, with me Steve.
Hello there.
Carl. Alright. Coming up soon, White Van Carl. We ask Carl the questions that the Sun asked someone else.
Exactly.
It's a good feature.
It's a great feature.
I'll be testing Carl on the new re-education of Carl, as you know. He got a GCSE.
It's the last one, isn't it?
In history. It was the last heavy sort of one, yeah.
No.
So Winston Churchill. Because we're going on to more sort of, metaphorical and metaphysical, pursuits, aren't we?
Not that book.
Yeah, that's the Aesop
I can't
Fables.
read that in a week.
You don't have to read it,
Right,
just choose the ones about the foxes eating penguins. You'll like that. Steve, over to you.
Thanks very much. I wonder if, I don't think we've made much progress yet on sending Carl into into the air with the...
No, this has gone a bit ballistic, actually.
Gone off the idea.
Oh no, shut up.
No, you haven't gone off yet.
We've inflamed the imagination of the capital. There's people offering left, right and centre, and, I think it's a good idea, but I think we should, you know, make a day of it. I think we should send you up in some balloons, right? Maybe, you know...
Well, hang on, before we carry on, let's explain what happened, because people might not have listened last week.
I don't believe that.
There are one or two, Rick.
I don't believe that.
People who were
Name
ill,
them.
maybe out of the country.
Okay.
Yeah, so last week we discovered, was it that 623, is it 6,000?
No, I read that 6,000 balloons filled with helium can lift a bloke off the floor.
I think that's too many. I think we could do it for less, certainly.
Well, anyway, listen, there are various organisations which actually exist already that can provide this kind of entertainment, this kind of fun. I mean, I didn't realise there was a whole kind of market for this already, but apparently there is.
Nor did I, no.
Incredible. Anyway, so we're going to try and track one of them down. We're going to see if they can organise it so that you, Carl, can float into the air. We need to get you, what, is it at least 11 feet up?
Yeah, if it's
and
just...
I think certainly higher. I mean, I can't remember what the record is, but it's quite a long way.
11,000.
11,000 feet.
Yeah, but I think they're all official. I want to do it with, like, those little balloons you get for £1 at the zoo or
I don't think that can be right, health and safety-wise. I don't think that can be healthy.
I think if we get him to sign something, which I will,
Okay.
I think we'll cover ourselves.
But yeah, certainly we're thinking of maybe making it a bit like, is it Tea in the Park? The,
Yeah.
Capital FM,
Yeah, the big
we
event.
could get sort of Steps, at least H from Steps can come down and
Yeah.
host the event.
I mean, I don't mind, comparing it. Steve's gonna do, Steve's learning to sort of like scratch and mix and beat match, and you're getting pretty...
I'm making a lot of progress, yeah.
You are gonna be a turntablist.
Yeah.
Steve never learnt an instrument, which he regrets, you know, and, you know, he's a modern lad, and, he's using, turntables as his instrument.
I just got 2 turntables on the microphone, and so far, I mean, seriously, I'm cutting out big style. No, don't laugh, because it is mental, the kind of stuff I'm coming out with. And I'm scratching, I've got the beats, you know, matching.
Can you imagine that?
Shut up, it's at the...
No, if...
Look at the Chemical Brothers, for goodness sake, if you're talking about freaks, look at those weirdos. Man alive!
At least you cut your hair at Gavin.
You know that
whatever it's called.
they used to kind of at least faintly appear in their videos. So this one is just some shots of, like, what you see from outside a train. To them, that is more glamorous and exciting, apparently, than seeing the lads themselves in the video.
Who do you think's cooler to look at, Steve or the Chemical Brothers?
Steve.
Definitely, yes! You're absolutely right, Carl, and that's the first sensible thing you've said for a long time.
If I was to work with Steve on some music,
Yeah.
if I had the choice, I think Steve would look better on a album cover.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you do? Would you change him at all? What would you do with his image?
I'd put him in the distance, so
I can't believe this is...
No, just so you don't look as tall, that's doing you a favour.
You know, I was on the, this is true, I was on the tube, right, coming in to meet Gervais the other day, and I was wearing a suit, and my mobile phone slipped out of my pocket, and it landed on the seat, and I didn't realise this, and as I was about to get off, some bloke who was sat there like an old guy, he picked up the phone, he went, "Oi, Lanky, you dropped your mobile phone." And I was like, well, I thank you for pointing out I dropped my phone, but did you have to do the Lanky?
But you knew who he meant. I bet you turned round straight away. It worked.
Knew he meant Steve.
but-
He's done you again.
But I was the only person stood up, it was a fairly empty train.
Was there any other lanky people there?
No.
Well then.
No, but my point was there was no one else at all who was about to exit the train.
Okay, so he didn't need lanky.
He could have gone, "Excuse me, sir," or "Oi, you," anything, but "Oi, Lanky."
I know.
It's that thing, though, isn't it? That's what I'm talking about. You say the thing that you don't want to say. It's like me with Ken Dodd and Will.
I think he wanted to say this.
Oh, well.
I think he took pleasure in it.
I think he went, "That bloke's lanky. I shouldn't say that." Yeah, I should. Oi, lanky.
What's he
dropped
gonna
your phone. Yeah. Do you want your phone back or not?
But this balloon thing, anyway, it's got a bit out of hand.
Why is it out of hand? What are you
No,
worried
it's
about?
funny. I just want to. I want to sort of like tie them all to the back of your belt. So as you go up there, you sort of tip forward slightly, so you're going up slightly upside down.
We could paint some advertising on your bald head.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, we'll do that, Lanky.
That'd be great.
Here he comes.
No, I mean, last week it was just a bit of fun about going like, just lifting my feet off the ground.
No.
And that's a big difference to what it's got now.
No, okay, well, I'll tell you what, we'll do 100 feet in the air, and I'll hold on to the rope.
But we'll do it at Wembley Arena, we'll sell tickets. But it'll be for charity, Carl.
It'll be for charity.
No, we'll have lots of underprivileged kids coming along to see it,
It's
you
just got out
know.
of hand. It's like, you know, I like karaoke, but I wouldn't want to go on Stars in Their Eyes.
Sure.
And it's got out of hand. That's how it's sort of, it's grown too big. I don't
Who would you do if you were on Stars in the Right?
I'd do that,
Moby?
no, that Jack the Knife song. I love
Jack the Knife.
Old Mac Heath. That one, yeah?
Yeah.
Is Mac the Knife?
That's what I do.
But which
He'd do a hip-hop version.
but which of the many singers would you impersonate? You can't, it's not the song, is it? It's the singer.
You could do, Jimmy Somerville, I think. Quite well.
Yeah, Somerville you'd be good at.
Moby. Did Morph bring out a
I
single?
don't think Morph did.
Didn't he?
No, I'm not sure.
Sure, didn't he have a theme tune? Did Morph? Phone in if you think Morph.
Morph didn't speak, Rick. Let
Didn't
him
he?
sing.
Morph hardly had any features.
True.
Right.
Express 2 featuring David Byrne, Lazy, XFM 104.9, Quarter to 2, I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve's got the sun.
Yes, I'm just
We're just going to be doing White Van Carl, where we ask Carl the questions the Sun asked some other bloke.
That's right.
Because we think Carl's got more to say than anyone on anything. Carl only tells the truth, by the way. Just remember that, listeners. Off you go.
Yes, well, today's White Van Man in the Sun is John Slade. He owns his own door maintenance company. His answers are very informative, I have to say. But Carl, what do you make of, the Channel 4 producer, aged 30, who duped a school into believing he was a teenager for a documentary? Are you familiar with this story?
No, go on.
Well, basically a 30-year-old guy kind of fooled the school into thinking he was a pupil for a secret documentary. The school's outraged. Do you think that that's, you know, for you, you know, should anything go when it comes to making TV?
I think I've said to you before, there's loads of kids at my school. I remember being in the first year, and kids who, what year do schools go up to? I was in the first year, what is it?
11.
5?
Oh, sorry, first year of infants and juniors.
No, secondary school.
11.
Right. Year 11. Kids
No.
have beards and
No,
stuff.
not year 11. They're 11 when they first go to secondary school.
Right, well I'm 11. The kids at the older end.
Well, there's a
Well, it
fifth form,
depends.
and then
You
there's
can
a
leave
sixth
when
form,
you can
Right.
leave when you're 16, I think, can't you now?
Right, well kids who were 16
Yeah.
looked old. They did have beards. I remember going there and thinking some of them were teachers.
I think he's answered that. Next one, what's the next one?
Tattoos and everything. I think they're kids in the earlier years even.
What do you make of the fact that Mariah Carey's £38 million payoff has cost EMI staff their jobs, and we're talking 1,800 EMI staff who have lost their
What do you
jobs?
think of that?
Yeah, I mean,
Is that silly money, Mariah Carey, on 38 million?
she doesn't need that much.
She doesn't think that much. She has to dress nice, though.
It's not her fault. I'd say, it's bad business.
Okay.
Because, EMI, did you say?
Yes.
right? They've got rid of them staff.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey's left. Who's going to do the work?
Do you think Mariah should come back and do some temping?
Well, they should have got a loan and paid her.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Vicious circle, that.
Right.
Have you haven't done a business degree, have you?
Commerce.
You did commerce. Where did you do that? What did you do with that?
At school, I'd learn how to fill out a cheque, pay a bill, and I think I had a trip round Kellogg's.